So Scott, we've been talking, and it sounds like that you value feeling productive and feeling motivated and feeling like you're able to get things done.
Yeah, I value that. I think it's important, especially as you get older, um, to maintain your activity level and be interested in things and have things that you want to try to do. I think that's important, and so that's the reason why. It's kind of the reason why I'm here is try to figure out how to be able to do that again. I guess.
Sure, and we've talked a lot earlier in the session about some exceptions to some times when you were able to get out and do things even when you didn't feel the motivation, to do them,
Mm-hmm.
that you were able to activate yourself. We talked a lot about how hard that is, and this is hard work. It's hard work to work on these problems.
Yeah, it is. I wish life wasn't hard.
Sure.
It's hard for
Okay.
some people, easy for others, but I wish it wasn't. But it's just, I guess the whole idea is just put one foot in front of the other, and just, got to start with one step before you can
Sure.
take 10.
Sure. So right now at this time in your life, is there one situation that is more important to you, or one scenario in your life that's more important to you to have energy and motivation? For example, I'll just let you tell me. I know we've talked a lot about the weekends.
Well, I guess
What part?
why I would like to have more energy and motivation is for my health. Um, to get in shape, to maintain a level of fitness. I guess because one of the things that I fear the most is being alive, but not being able to do anything because you're in poor health, because you're laid up and you're sick, or you have joint problems for obesity, or all of those things. Um, I guess the thing I would like most of all is to maintain a level of fitness and health until the day I die, and be able to, up until the day I die, be going for a walk or playing golf or going out and doing this or doing that, and not being bedridden or having to take a bunch of medicine or any of that.
Sure.
So in answer to your question, the reason why I would like to be more motivated is for that reason.
Sure. So good health and being able to be functional are very important to you. And you feel like your lack of motivation and lack of energy, it sounds like you're afraid that it's getting in the way of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would think that with that kind of fear that it would motivate you, but it doesn't.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you a strange question, about this problem that you've described. You've kind of described the problem of motivation and lack of energy. And I know that you've been diagnosed with depression. We've talked about that. But now I want to ask you a strange question. Suppose that while you're sleeping tonight and the entire house is quiet, a miracle happens. The miracle is that the problem which brought you here is solved. So this problem of lack of motivation, lack of energy, which is leading you to fear for your physical health, all those things you said, that those problems were solved. However, because you were sleeping, you don't know that this miracle has happened. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, Scott, what will be different that will tell you that a miracle has happened and the problem that brought you here is solved, that this problem of lack of energy and lack of motivation is solved? What would be the first thing that let you know?
I guess I would get up with a purpose. I would get up wanting to, I would rise and get up and want to get up. That I don't just want to get up and not do anything or sit around. I would get up with a quote unquote zest in my step, and that I would have some sort of purpose, that, okay, today I'm gonna boom, today is boom, that kind of thing. I know you can't have that every day, but if you're asking me what
Sure,
would
it's
I
a
consider
miracle.
a sign?
Yeah.
But then again, to me, when you ask that question, I'm not trying to be ignorant, is how do you know something happens if you don't know it happens?
Well, we're just
Spitballing.
we're just like I said, it's a strange question, a strange exercise.
It's an interesting question.
Yeah. So, you said a few things there. You said that you would feel like that you would have a zest in your step and you would have a plan for the day.
I don't know about a plan, but a purpose. It
A
would
purpose,
be. It would
excuse
be.
me.
No. It would be. I would look forward to the day. I would look forward to what was going to happen or what I got to do, or. Just be having even though there's going to be. Not every part of the day is going to be great, but you're looking forward to either going to work, that, all right, I get to go to work and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z today, rather than, gotta go in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Of
that's
those things-
how I would know.
Sure. So of those things that you said, what would be something what would be most important for you to work on? Or something that you feel is, I'm going to pause here. I'll delete this later. Stop. Wait a second.
How can I make it happen?
Yes. I don't know. See, I'm messing
I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know how I can make that happen.
That's stupid.
I think it's just getting up and it's not, and I know enough, but it's doing it. Knowing enough that it's not the job or it's not the external factors, it's how my mind works. It's creating that situation or that idea in my mind. So what would I have to work on? I think it would be readjusting my mindset to say, okay, no matter what.
I'm just going to delete all that. So no, we're back to let's go back to, I'll do it later. We're almost done. So I'm going to go back to where you said you would have a purpose,
Okay.
look forward to the day, looking forward to the day. Okay. So when you felt those things, feeling a sense of purpose and looking forward to the day and being excited about going into work, how would that change things? How would that change your day?
Probably make it go faster, or have the illusion of going faster. It would, there's kind of an interesting phenomenon that I've read about called flow. It's where you're involved in something, work or something, and everything just comes together, and it's just you lose track of time. There is no sense of time or place or anything. It's flow. It's everything coming together. So having more of that type of feeling rather than counting minutes or something like that. So I guess that's kind of one of the changes that I would hope would be made, is just having a day that, not every day obviously, but having a day that would be productive and feeling like when you got finished that you did something and you know. I don't know if I answered your question, but I guess that's how I would know.
I'm just gonna stop it.